So hello on Monday, welcome to my review because it's episode 11. I've had a pretty good episode. It's some things that kind of irritate me in the cliche thing of it. And I like the anime way more in the beginning, right? And then some of the cliche things then were kind of set up there and then they didn't kind of lampshade them or they kind of just joked about them openly. But now here it's more like, But otherwise the episode is pretty interesting as first we see Tagasaki kind of like, whatever, give up on me. She's crying or tricking him, I don't know really, but yeah, something like that, right? She's kind of, but we had two really nice. She kind of said, "You should marry him," and he liked me, and yeah, I'm gonna end it with him. And then we see them kissing, and later on, then we see really nice that saying that, okay, pick her instead. So they're both doing like pick the other girl. So they're interesting setup there, and of course, there happens to be models now for a wedding agency or something like that, right? So they're gonna, next episode he's gonna have to run and face them both in wedding dresses and be like, oh, this is my wife A or wife B, but generally, what I really like the most, and the more I really watch the episode a little bit for this, and definitely what I would like more in the anime is like the family thing, right? I think that is super cute, super funny. I loved it in the beginning of the anime, and I really wish the anime had more of that, I guess. Less of this like back and forth with these girls, more of that thing, more of the like forced marriage at the government as well and so on. But this, I think, is really cute here because you have their mothers, right, and their dad and so on, and they're like trying to them to get it. They're like, we want grandchildren, please, right? And it's trying all the time to get them to do it, and it's really really fun. And I think that's the funnest part of the whole anime. Just have the whole setting with like the whole government, the whole country, everyone's used to like, you get married by the law, and you have to get married, you have to get kids, and their parents are super pushy, like, oh, you in here. I think that's hilarious. That never stops being funny, because it's just like a twist on the normality of society, right, that we are used to. And you should know on anime, because we're actually in real life as well. For sure, we all probably know, like the matchmaking person that tries to people mashed up together and so on, but it's like everyone is like, you should really do it. Oh, we accidentally took all your luggage in the same room, so you have to sit together. Oh, what that was meaning. Oh, can't you two go and bite together us? Because I am hurt my leg here, something like that. They keep doing that, and actually I think it's really funny. Of course, it actually probably get boring into every episode, but I do feel that anime should have more of that, because I think that's hilarious. So anyway, so of course I really like that, but especially I love the part where both of Rina's parents were kind of doing this like guilty him to. That's right, yeah, it's really like guilty. Because his mom is more like, oh, sex is good, you should do it, son. She's more like that kind of feel to that. But her mom is more like, oh, it's so fun going to the onsen. Like I mean, I have really like, of course, otherwise I don't have like a younger daughter-ish, like your sister. So it's kind of fun now when I have her as well, because he has sister, right? And what could she be? I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes? Yeah. Her mom is like, oh, it's so fun, playing with your sister. It's like my own daughter now. And it's like, I see. Yeah. It's like, and it's so fun. Your mom and me, we are best friends now. It's like, that's good. I probably can't break up with your daughter then. And yeah, of course, doing that, right? And then of course we see her father is joining him in the onsen. He's like, oh, there you are. Oh, it's so nice. It's like having a son. I all have daughters, now I have a son too. And it's like, yeah, hi dad. It's like, I just love that. They're super pushy, like really, really guilty. Like, you have to marry our daughter as soon as possible. He's like, yes. And of course he's trying to, I don't know, decide who he loves something right there, and they keep doing that. So, I would love to see more of that. I really would. And I wish I had more of that, as I mentioned earlier. But that was, for me, the hype on the episode by far. What I didn't like the episode then, is the anime started doing like cliche stuff more and more, right? And I think this is when they went to get his phone there, and I was sad as I was watching. I was like, okay, he's getting his phone. What could that mean? Well, yeah, like as soon as you see that, you just know that he's gonna get his phone, and he's either gonna see her doing something else completely weird, or he's gonna do something with her, right? Like you just know, oh yeah, he's crying, so you get both. She's crying, and he kisses her. And we just sees it, like, it's such a cliche thing, right? It's like, oh, I forgot my phone. I mean, I wish reality wasn't that. So I wish I could go to a wedding and just leave my phone on a table and be like, oh, I forgot my phone. I said to my friend or whatever who was whether he's like, oh, I forgot my phone. Let me go get my phone. And every time I would go and get my phone, I'd be like, oh, here's a naked lady that is like sad because she wanted to marry the guy that got married. And now she's going to be anyway. Oh, nice. Like it was something. Yeah, like I wish we had stuff like that like an anime. But yeah, of course it happens. That is very cliche. So that's like kind of a mediocre thing. You know that angle happens. It's like, yeah, I've seen it before in like 20 other animes and 50 other rom-com movies. But okay, I can live with that. But I didn't like actually, because that's like okay. I mean, it was predictable, it was okay. What I didn't like was it really nasty. That made no sense. And of course, I've also seen in 50 other rom-com movies that the guy kisses this girl and he really mean to whatever, right? Or the girl sees it and yada yada. I mean, that is super cliche. But the problem here I felt more was how extremely forced it was. I think that was a really bad scene. Like a really bad scene. Because he gets in there with the phone. Okay, fine. Setting is lazy. But okay, let us leave with that. That he goes to the phone, meets the other girl, kisses her. Okay, fine. But why is really not there for? Like, why is she there for? Like, that made no... Maybe it's better than the manga. But that made no sense in the anime. That how her presentation was. Like, it made no sense. Like, she used... He's talking to her, right? Talking to Nisuka, like, I got my phone. He goes at the phone, right? He sees it. He kisses Takasaki in like less than a minute. And she's like, where is he? And she's just, yeah, like, why did she leave the whole bouquet thing? And it was nicely presented, though, how you see the bouquet being thrown on the same time he's kissing her. It was a nice like transition there. But why did she leave the bouquet thing? I mean, normally... you would be like, oh, this is so beautiful. Because earlier she was like, oh, it's kind of nice, the video and everything that, right? And she was kind of mesmerized with everything. So normally, I think the person was saying that if you like weddings, she's like, oh yeah, the bouquet is like, yeah. And it's like, where's my boyfriend? And he's like, oh, and then his friend is like, oh, he forgot his phone in the bathroom or whatever. It's like, oh, the food is missing the best part. Like, that would be kind of a normal reaction, right? Or like, oh, he's missing the bouquet part or whatever, how much you enjoy the bouquet part. But you probably be standing and be like, yeah, I want to see the bouquet thing, or I want to catch the bouquet. And you probably be like, where is he? And maybe we try to get, I mean, maybe you would be like, I have to go and get him. But at that moment, it was like the time wasn't really there to go get him and get the bouquet, or watch that thing, right? And also, we didn't see any reaction from her. She didn't comment to Nisuka saying, you can't miss this, I have to go and get him, or something like that. Like, is this say, let's have a commentary, like, why are you leaving the bouquet part just before it's thrown in the air, and then running over there, and also going to the right place in like a second and seeing that. And that is just... And this was really bad, because it was so forced, right? It was so incredibly forced. That could have been done way better. It could have been that... she could have mentioned it, but also could be something else. She could have said that she could have felt more worried, because we kind of make a thought between her being like, oh, you're my best friend, but I also feel you tried to take my boyfriend / husband or something. And she's trying to like him more, right? So she could, because she looks worried when she's around here. So, where is he? Yeah, like almost like, oh, shit, you got me. So she kind of gave us that feel to it, but she didn't give her any inner monologue, any motivation for it. So, I mean, the whole scene felt kind of like, man, this should be way longer, like more exposition on Ririna's mindset before she did enter there, or something. Now it felt like he has to go get the phone. Of course, it's random encounter with the phone, as always in anything. And accidentally his fiance also gets there, because no explanation at all. She didn't even, talk to him or stop him for the matter. And that's kind of fine, but yeah. So that felt really weird. I did not like that. That was like, man, that was cliche. So anyway, and his comment to her, of course, saying that, oh, I'm everything I am because Tatsaki that is. And then of course she's like, oh, you should pick her instead. When they're sleeping there. I just have to say to her, I kind of get a little irritated. Him as a character, and it's like, I know it's supposed to be the super naive, innocent main character, and what I like, for example, some other main characters, more, the Woo's main character is kind of boring, right? But it's kind of like, I know he kind of loves Takasaki, or he thinks he does, or whatever reason, but it's almost rude. I don't want to say that to a girl, I was like, I would definitely touch it, but if I was with my wife, but it kind of feels like it's just almost kind of rude, right? And I wish that I know she's kind of awkward, but I wish she would have a comment on it, because it felt like it lacks some comedy there. But it's like, I promise not to even try to talk to you. I probably touch you or anything. She's like, okay, you can try. Like, yeah, it's like, I almost prefer to say like, no, I won't let you, but I wouldn't mind if you try, like something like that. I know, but like it felt a little bland there. That he's like, I don't think we're gonna try touching you. I have no interest in you. And she's like, okay, that's fine. It's like, yeah, that's good. Like, because it felt like she was more effective by that, saying like, okay, that's a little harsh. You don't like me at all. Like, yeah, like I felt like something was lacking there, but her not giving any kind of reflection to that, right? Saying that, okay, I guess you like her more than me. You didn't even try to kissing me. And it kind of felt like the weird she didn't try to kiss me at all. So right? I felt that was a bit bland there. Like even if she was interested in him, she could be a little more spunky there and say like, "What's you gonna try doing it? Come on, man!" Like yeah, something that it felt kind of like weird. Like they're both kind of boring. And then in his sense, I think he's a little, doesn't really make any sense as a person, because even if yes, you will love the other girl. I'm not saying you should be like, oh, I have to cheat with my wife here. With my wife is a really weird sentence. Yeah, it's like I have to cheat with my wife. No, you're gonna love. Yeah, okay, whatever. But it feels kind of weird that he's like has zero interest, right? There's a little like that is unbelievable. That is just not like I like that. I mean, more in the beginning, it felt more like the actual were more realistic characters. But now it's kind of like I expect him to sit there or lie in bed with her and talking to her, say like, "Do you want to do anything?" And so on. I mean, not just like he's like yes, but it's more like. He should be like, if you will do something, what would you like to do? Or let's try to be nice to her and try to like communicate with her. Okay, if you're getting married in like a year, maybe we should talk about this stuff. Like the older stuff that you going to hotels together and so on. Actually, really discuss it. I feel it's a little weird that he doesn't even try discussing it. I mean, I would feel in my situation if I'm loving this older woman completely, I would still be interested in at least being like genuinely interested in talking to this older lady. And talking to her, okay, I know we have to get married. How would you like it? What do you want? Or if we got kids, or if I don't know. But if it's kind of weird, he's like there, like I'm just gonna pretend I'm not here. Like that feels kind of weird. It feels kind of weird, and it feels really rude in a way. It feels both kind of rude. Yeah, that she says like, oh, you should dump me. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that with him. It felt kind of weird. They're talking earlier there in the bath, right? It was kind of nice, cute scene with the walls splitting them in half. And then they get into the bedroom, and he's like, "I'm just gonna like pretend that we are not in the same room." Doesn't have to be physical contact. That's what I mean. I mean, I think I maybe should try it. I don't know, but I think that's a little weird. It just feels weird and unnatural. You wouldn't do something right. You would like try talking to her about other stuff. No, you're alone. Someone won't interfere. So because all like yes, be alone together. So at least you could have some, deep discussion of whatever. I mean, seriously, like I'm a talking guy, of course, but I would be like, what is your political ideology? But something. If it's like, no, we're completely here alone. No one's gonna stop. I mean, like I have my own apartment, right? And if I have a friend over here, I shouldn't have friends, but if I have a friend over here, I would be like, when they are possibly the interior, I would be like, oh, playing some games, and I might say something like, oh. How do you like that new movie? And normally the person would be like, I don't know, it's very horrible, yeah. Because I know I can be honest here in my own apartment when it's a closed environment, right, with no other people going to interfere. So I can say whatever I'm thinking about, right, behind closed doors, so to speak. And that's of course, add some aspects and so on, and so forth, right. And if it's kind of weird, like you're with this girl that's supposed to be your wife, and you don't talk to her about anything, you're talking about her career or yada yada. If it's like that just feels weird and like really unnatural. I think the anime can lose me a lot on that. I just like it. I know that people will say, oh, but that would be really fillering and so on, and this was more the core. It was, absolutely. But I felt that he could have started with that, and that should say like, Yukari, I'll talk about you and me not getting married. Like I felt that he should have started trying to convey something to her, right? She should be like, no, we can't do this. I don't want to marry you anymore. That would also be more impactful, I think. And she was like interrupting, like, nope, I want to listen to you. We are good friends, but I can't marry you. That I think would be more impactful. No, he's like hiding away from her. He's like, Yukari, let's not get married. Yeah, it's kind of like, you're sleeping? Let's not get married. Wake up. Yeah, let's not get married. It's kind of like, it's too genuinely uninteresting in her, and that's unrealistic. That's how anyone would react in reality, I feel. So anyway, last point I want to make here, something I feel about anime, I guess the more I watch it, the more I dislike it. That's probably a big issue with the anime, I think. and if I do a full review of all episodes, I might definitely talk about this, is that the more I see this, horror, obviously I don't trust Takasaki, but always like trying Pretty Kim Cure and so on, but the love makes so little sense. Talking about the episode as well. I'm not saying that, yes, okay, this is kind of classic love, you don't pick your partner, you just love someone, but it really is like, he's talking about himself even here, it's like, yeah, I love her as a goddess. That's a great way to say it. He loves the idolization for her, right? He doesn't love her as a person. So maybe he's realizing that, but I hope he does, because that otherwise would be irritating me. Because I felt it for many episodes now that it's weird that they are so in love, or maybe not, right? Because they never like ever discuss why they would be in love, except we shared this eraser 5 years ago. They never say, oh, I love her because of this personality trait, or she does this thing, or it's never like I love her because of this thing, right? But really nice, like I like him because of this conversation, right? But they never like each other because who they are, except it's a nice, kind person with the eraser thing. That's kind of weird. And he even says in this episode as well, it's like, I guess I love her, the idol of her, right? Where she, of course, said, oh my god, I have no chance, or he should love her instead, marry her. But I read much more than him saying that I don't actually love her. I just like her as a goal, right? As a kind of obstacle that I have to complete. I don't actually care about her as a person. That's kind of what I hear. I hope it's going to be a conclusion, to be honest, because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Like in that sense it is, because he shouldn't like her. Maybe he could anyway, but I mean generally, because he knows nothing about her, right? He can't feel that. And the kiss felt like he was more a pity kiss, kissing her because he was sad more than kissing her because he loves her. So I think so. I hope that he doesn't actually love her at all as a person. He just loves her as some kind of goddess. And the next episode he's gonna pick Ririna. I think that's for me is only logical conclusion of it at least. But love is logical though, so let's see what happens. And see you guys next week for the final episode, and have a great day.